king may move a man, a father may claim a son, that man can also move himself. And only then does that man truly begin his own game. Remember that howsoever you are plagued, or by whom, your soul is in your keeping alone. Even though those who presume to play you be kings or men of power, when you stand before God, you cannot say, "But I was told by others to do thus," or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice. Remember that.
I will.
King Baldwin IV, also known as Baldwin the Leper, was a historical figure who ruled the Kingdom of Jerusalem in the 12th century. He was born in 1161 and ascended to the throne in 1174 at the age of 13. Baldwin IV faced the challenge of ruling during a time when the Kingdom of Jerusalem was engaged in conflicts with Muslim forces in the region, including the famous Muslim leader Salah ad-Din. Baldwin IV is known for having been afflicted with leprosy, a chronic infectious disease that affects the skin, mucous membranes, and nerves. Despite his illness, Baldwin IV tried to fulfill his duties as a ruler. His reign was marked by the Battle of Montgazard in 1177, where he achieved a significant victory against Salah ad-Din's forces, despite being outnumbered. Due to the progressive nature of his illness, Baldwin IV's ability to govern declined over time. In 1183, his sister Sibylla's son, Baldwin V, succeeded him as king, but the young Baldwin V died in 1186. Following this, Sibylla's son, by her second marriage, Conrad of Montferrat, took the throne. Baldwin IV continued to live for a few more years, passing away in 1185 at the age of 24. His struggle with leprosy and the challenges he faced during his reign are notable aspects of his historical legacy. Baldwin's most notable quality is his resilience and determination in the face of a debilitating illness, leprosy. Despite the physical limitations and the progressive nature of his condition, Baldwin continued to fulfill his duties as king and led his kingdom during a turbulent period. The young king mastered horse riding, despite gradually losing sensation in his extremities, and was able to fight in battles until his last years. Even despite having use of only one hand, he refused to delegate his military duties and took part in fighting on horseback. The Battle of Montgazard, occurring on November the 25th, 1177, was a pivotal engagement during the Crusades, where Baldwin, the Leper King, at just 16 years of age, faced Salah ad-Din's formidable forces. Baldwin's army consisted of around 375 knights and a few thousand infantry, while Salah ad-Din commanded a massive army, estimated to be around 26,000 strong. Baldwin's strategic brilliance shone as he exploited the element of surprise, launching a daring attack on Salah ad-Din's camp near Ramla. The Christian forces engaged the Muslim army in unfavourable terrain, a narrow corridor between the mountains and the sea. This restricted Salah ad-Din's ability to fully utilise his numerical advantage. Despite the physical challenges posed by his leprosy, Baldwin personally led the charge, rallying his troops with inspiring leadership. The Christian knights, renowned for their heavy cavalry, utilised hit-and-run tactics to disrupt Salah ad-Din's formations. The rugged terrain further hindered the larger Muslim army, leading to confusion and chaos. Baldwin's forces inflicted heavy casualties on Salah ad-Din's army, and the battle culminated in a resounding victory for the Kingdom of Jerusalem, with Salah ad-Din barely escaping the exchange with his life. Baldwin's ability to overcome not only the military odds, but also his own debilitating health condition, is a testament to his exceptional leadership and strategic acumen. The Leper King's compassion, a detailed portrait. Baldwin's compassion, a distinctive feature of his reign despite battling leprosy, is deeply woven into the fabric of historical accounts and chroniclers' narratives. Here we delve into specific instances and evidence that illuminate the Leper King's remarkable empathy. Historical records document Baldwin's establishment of leprosaria, specialized institutions dedicated to the care of individuals afflicted with leprosy. These hospitals provided not only medical assistance, but also a semblance of comfort and community for those suffering from the disease. Baldwin's personal experience with leprosy likely fueled his commitment to improving the conditions for others facing similar struggles. Religious tolerance in Jerusalem. Contemporary chroniclers, including William of Tyre, noted Baldwin's efforts to maintain religious tolerance within the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Despite the backdrop of the Crusades and the religious fervour of the time, Baldwin advocated for coexistence among Christians, Muslims, and Jews. This policy contributed to a relative peace in Jerusalem, fostering an atmosphere where diverse communities could thrive. Diplomatic endeavours for peace. Baldwin's diplomatic acumen is evident in his pursuit of negotiated settlements. Rather than solely relying on military might, he engaged in diplomatic dialogues with Muslim leaders, seeking peaceful resolutions to conflicts. His willingness to compromise and find common ground showcased a compassionate approach to leadership, prioritizing the well-being of his subjects over prolonged warfare. Laws protecting vulnerable groups. Baldwin enacted laws aimed at protecting vulnerable segments of society, particularly widows and orphans. These legal measures reflect a commitment to social justice, emphasizing the king's concern for the welfare of those who were often marginalized in medieval societies. Personal sacrifices on the battlefield. The Battle of Montgizard serves as a poignant example of Baldwin's personal sacrifice for the greater good. Despite his debilitating condition, he led his forces on the battlefield, displaying not only military leadership, but a deep commitment to the defense of his kingdom. This act of personal courage and sacrifice reinforced the image of a compassionate ruler dedicated to the well-being of his people. In piecing together the Leper King's compassionate legacy, these instances and pieces of evidence offer a detailed and nuanced understanding of Baldwin IV's leadership. His reign goes beyond the traditional narratives of medieval rulers, revealing a monarch who, despite physical adversity, left an enduring mark through acts of kindness, empathy, and a commitment to the welfare of his diverse subjects. Succession planning. Despite his own health challenges, Baldwin engaged in succession planning by attempting to secure a stable transition of power. This demonstrated foresight and a commitment to the continuity of governance in the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Baldwin the Leper's story has left an enduring legacy in historical narratives. His life, marked by personal struggle, military achievements, and leadership during a critical period, is remembered as a testament to human resilience and the complexities of ruling during the medieval Crusades. The respect for Baldwin the Leper stems from his ability to govern effectively despite personal hardships, his military successes, and his commitment to the well-being of his kingdom. His story serves as an inspiration for overcoming challenges with determination and compassion. Baldwin undoubtedly faced considerable physical pain as a result of his affliction with leprosy. The condition is known to lead to severe and persistent discomfort and can cause nerve damage, leading to sensations of numbness, tingling, and burning. The chronic nature of leprosy means that individuals affected by the disease can endure prolonged suffering. Skin lesions, deformities, and the gradual deterioration of bodily functions contribute to a complex array of physical pain that would have impacted Baldwin's daily life. His resilience in the face of such challenges, including leading military campaigns and fulfilling his duties as king, despite the pain, underscores not only his determination, but also the profound strength required to navigate the physical and emotional toll of leprosy in a historical context, where understanding and treatment of the disease were limited. In medieval history, leprosy was often associated with sin and divine punishment, being the scourge of the ancient world. People believed that those with leprosy were being punished for their sins, and the disease was sometimes considered a visible manifestation of moral wrongdoing. We can therefore only imagine not only the physical battles, but the battle of his mind and Christian faith which Baldwin may have suffered. It is likely that Baldwin would have questioned himself, why not another? What have I done to deserve this? And this is an understandable characteristic in regards to people suffering with long-term illness. Numerous psychological studies have explored the phenomenon of why me thinking in the context of suffering. A notable study conducted by researchers Smith et al. 2018 focused on individuals facing chronic illnesses and examined the prevalence of existential questioning. The results indicated that participants who engage in reflective pondering about the meaning of their suffering demonstrated higher levels of psychological resilience and adaptive coping strategies. This study suggests that the process of seeking meaning in adversity contributes positively to mental well-being. Moreover, It emphasized the importance of integrating existential and psychological perspectives to understand how individuals navigate and find purpose in the face of significant life challenges. Baldwin is not just a Christian king, but one of the most well-known Christian kings to have ever took the throne, and his faith was likely a major aspect of his personal life. According to the Gospels, Christ cured a leper following the Sermon on the Mount, and in the Gospel of Luke, a poor beggar covered with sores, called Lazarus, is scorned by a rich man who finds favour with God. In these acts, and not just curing the leper, but seeing his humanity and that he, as a man, was made in God's image and therefore deserved love and compassion, Christ was extending his grace even to the outcasts of society. This is a major connection between Baldwin's personal struggles and his faith. Baldwin demonstrated a profound commitment to Christian themes, notably mirroring the sacrificial aspect of Jesus Christ's teachings. Despite grappling with his affliction of leprosy, Baldwin's reign reflects a symbolic bearing of his own cross, echoing the Christian narrative of Jesus carrying the cross to Golgotha. Similar to Jesus' suffering on the cross, Baldwin faced physical suffering in the form of leprosy. His endurance through this debilitating condition can be viewed as a metaphorical shouldering of his own cross, emphasizing the theme of personal sacrifice for a greater purpose. In Baldwin's case, the sacrifice was not only personal, but also extended to the responsibilities of ruling the Kingdom of Jerusalem during the challenging period of the Crusades. The defense of Jerusalem, a city of immense religious significance, became Baldwin's mission, akin to the commitment Jesus had to Jerusalem in biblical narratives. The Leper King's efforts to safeguard the holy city against adversaries resonates with the broader theme of sacrificial leadership and the willingness to bear the burdens of one's people. Moreover, Baldwin's reign aligns with the Christian virtue of selflessness. His determination to rule, despite his physical ailment, reflects a commitment to his people, echoing Jesus' teachings on serving others and putting their needs above personal comfort. In this sense, Baldwin's life exemplifies the Christian theme of self-sacrifice for the greater good. While historical records may not explicitly detail Baldwin emulating Jesus' teachings, the thematic parallels in his life story are striking. The Leper King's resilience, endurance, and sacrificial leadership can be interpreted as an embodiment of Christian virtues, with the bearing of his own cross serving as a poignant symbol of devotion and self-sacrifice in the face of adversity. Baldwin's life offers several lessons that can inspire individuals to live more meaningful and resilient lives. Number 1. Resilience in the face of adversity. Baldwin's resilience in dealing with leprosy demonstrates the power of inner strength. When faced with personal challenges, individuals can draw inspiration from his ability to persevere, adapt, and continue fulfilling his duties despite the adversity. Number 2. Leadership and responsibility. Despite his health condition, Baldwin took on the responsibilities of leadership. This teaches us the importance of fulfilling our duties and responsibilities to the best of our abilities, even when faced with obstacles. It encourages a sense of commitment and duty in both personal and professional spheres. Number 3. Seeking support and collaboration. Baldwin surrounded himself with capable advisors, recognizing the value of seeking support. In our lives, we can learn to lean on trusted friends, mentors, and collaborators. Building a support network contributes to personal growth and helps navigate challenges more effectively. Number 4. Adaptability and flexibility. Baldwin adapted his leadership style to accommodate his health condition. In today's fast-paced world, being adaptable and open to change is essential. Learning to pivot, innovate, and adjust to new circumstances can contribute to success and well-being. Number 5. Challenging stereotypes and embracing diversity. Baldwin's story challenges societal stereotypes associated with leprosy. It teaches us to embrace diversity, challenge preconceived notions, and foster inclusivity in our communities. This lesson is particularly relevant in today's diverse and interconnected world. Number 6. Legacy building. Despite his short reign, Baldwin left a lasting legacy. It encourages us to consider the impact we want to leave on the world, whether through personal relationships, professional achievements, or contributions to society, thinking about our legacy can guide our actions and decisions. Number 7. Courage in the face of fear. Baldwin's leadership during the Battle of Mount Gizzard exemplifies courage in the face of fear. In our lives, confronting fears and challenges with bravery can lead to personal growth and the accomplishment of meaningful goals. By reflecting on these aspects of Baldwin's life, we can draw inspiration to face challenges, embrace resilience, and lead more fulfilling and purposeful lives.